Alrighty, welcome back, YouTube. We continue here. We're going to speak with Alphanode. We'll see what we know of Sir Emmerich and his fate. Per the last gameplay, he was stabbed by a passerby. So let's go ahead and dig into it. Right. Let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians. Our friends nowhere to be found. It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted task and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalimo, and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one or more its triumphal moments. My god, I'm messing up. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Oh, all the way up there. I don't think he's gonna be here. Drink some tea. You have returned. In this at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? Surgeons tell me that he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Arturel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would have been not so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been drowning in fires, but for everyone we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It's plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they had been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found, suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it's best to divide our forces. Master Alphanode and Mistress Estrola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Maiden and Mask and me get to the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. Name's Hilda. Scion, eh? I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye. The infamous Lord Eminem de Fortem, lover of women and wine. Though neither care for him that much, they say he could gossip for Ifsgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion. He'll be at the Crozier most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but old? Ugh. Crozier, okay. Lord Eminem. Well, well, if it isn't a mask, dearest of my old friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business. Excuse me. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, and in case you were wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmeric's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon and Mask, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed. I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. My brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilia. Whatever the hell that word is. Lone's blessings be upon you, Father. Confess, we were not sure if we would come. There were so many unbelievable tales these days. The Archbishop and Sir Emeric and the Gervanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. You require succor as well, sir. The Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. I don't trust them. I don't trust that dude one bit. Especially that he got his own cutscene. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot. I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed? Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Is that house 4 temps? No, it's not actually. Might be... It is lower. We're gonna hop down. Oh! There we go. Just dropping in. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Ramon's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. So, we might say that they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian authority. Okay, when did you become a Ryanje? Because that was a little much, my guy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does not give one cause to wonder. Alphanod will doubtless have an opinion. I will say I do like that Alphanod. I do like that Thancred has two different blades. And we'll see you in a second. It's the guy that didn't, huh? Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, MSQ. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. Are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose, but tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped a leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He's the one that told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, I tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me! I'm telling you, it's that fucking priest, man. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? As long as you don't mind if he's lipping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen his like before. A troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. Could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Think of motive too. Who has the most to gain from this? Obviously, the Orthodox Church. Come on, people. Come on, people. I went to the wrong one. See, that's why I should have paused, because now you bore witness to this. behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. My Lord Otterel, are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you. And thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My Lord Arturel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. It is little wonder, Master Alphanode. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. We get primal accessories of fending or slaying. I'm gonna do slaying because slay. Just gonna open it real quick to 240. Oh, they're oh wow. Wow, look at us.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
To the vaults, to the Crozier, actually. To rendezvous with Emmerich at the pillars. Oh, I went the wrong. Oh, I see. Went the wrong way. What's it look like with the helmet on? Ooh, yeah, let's keep that. Let me just real quick. Oh, man. That's actually pretty sick. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages behind, being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thoradin the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Arturel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose to not risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Halone is my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. I see him. I see him.
Down with you!
Not today. was cool. Just pop sprint. So Seminar, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. I was wondering why they were over there. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it be a trial, then. Lord Arturel, I ask, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Seminar. We got my sprint. Let's go. That was close. We go the wrong way. Oh, man. We're supposed to go back the way we came? I think so. There's no clear indication. Like, what the hell? Right, because I could see that from a mile away. Way over here. We're supposed to go back up this way. Now I think we go to the beginning. Maybe. If this isn't it, I'm gonna be pissed. Where else were we supposed to go? So annoying. Massively annoying. Literally, where else are we supposed to go? Okay, I'm glad that I'm recording because everybody gets to witness this stupid shit. God, that was super fucking annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and skip past all the bullshit since we just wasted a bunch of time in this block doing that nonsensical bullshit. So, see you in a second. Okay, so we've rescued a bunch of people. Our Terrell says he sees no others nearby. Sir Emmerich needs our help. So, while I was busy last time running around trying to find hostages, lo and behold, if we read dialogue, we know that we're supposed to come back here, so whatever. I'm assuming we go up this way. Okay. That was mad annoying. I think more so just because I wasted time.
Where is he? Where is he?
I mean, at this point, why not just get rid of the fucking church? Third time's a charm, I guess?
No closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Then jump off the fucking building, you piece of shit.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Yeah, fucking honestly.
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands.
It's giving the villain from Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's like the same motherfucking person.
What? But I... Vidafne! Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Isel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Gracefelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Giovannians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefonu, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
This has been a day of surprises, has it not? It's but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, this only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you are at need of me, I shall be at the Fort Temps Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Mask. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? Got on well enough with Hilda. Of that I have no doubt. His time in the wilderness did not deprive him of his charm, but that is neither here nor there. What concerns me is his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on his traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey, and when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have been seemed more sensible to wait. This is still more than speculation. Till I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right. Then I should be on my way. Crow may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last?
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
Knight. Something serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need, when you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horchiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Where are you? This is thy proof. The Garen Oracles, Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, tale of the beginning, of the path we have been set upon. So sorry, I thought I had Discord muted. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Is that Alisei? Can't be Alphinaud. If anybody could keep tabs on Urianger, it'd be Alisei. It's Alamigo. That's Ida. And Papalimo. Well? Everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Roger, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are. I mean to fulfill them. Every one. Alphinaud Amisk, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamen, Hori Boulder, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you won't mind being spied on. Right. Wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. Pleasure to see you too, Alphanode. Thancred and Kryl, what brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Mesk, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace. A lingering disturbance in the aether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where MSQ felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Cryo and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone. I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Cryo while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and MS come along, who will see to Fleming's Grad homecoming? When you put it like that, very well. I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Satoru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Laminson docks? And I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this block. Thank you so much for watching again. If you're enjoying everything you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Apologies for the hoarse voice. I am doing this pretty much every day, recording it every day, all the dialogue me. So trying to take care of my throat as much as I can, but I'll see you in the next one.